Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Bitcoin correcting, back in the red. How low will she go? We'll be discussing this today. Also be sharing with you the historical Bitcoin price action and the purchasing power of BTC since 2012. We'll also be sharing Bitcoin contributor to Julian Assange's freedom, paying $500,000 for him to get that private jet to return back to Australia. We'll also be discussing spot Bitcoin ETFs reverse the 7-day outflow streak, as well as the Ethereum ETF process is going smoothly, according to the SEC chairman, Gary Gensler. I'm also going to be discussing Nubank bringing the Bitcoin Lightning Network to 100 million Latin American customers, as well as the Bitcoin Rainbow Chart says Bitcoin will reach $250,000 per BTC. I'll be breaking all this down for you. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. Now, welcome, crypto fam. What it do? We streaming live and in the flesh. We are on Rumble. We are on YouTube. We are on X. Make some noise. Let me know where you're tuned in from. Shout out Diana. Shout out Melda the Gray. You got a new name. I dig it. I always knew you were one of the Grays. Fairground. Devon, that calloused Asian, what it do? Beach Guy Dave, welcome to the stream. W Stream, you know how we do. Melda the Gray, right? Mick Foofinator, what's poppin', family? If everyone could smash the like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and hit that repost, I greatly appreciate it. My question for the live poll today is when $100,000 Bitcoin, right? Right now, we're currently correction. There was a massive sell-off between obviously that German government was unloading a lot of biddies, which we covered yesterday. And now, due to the United States government also offloading biddies to the exchanges, we're going to be discussing all of this. We got a nice BTFD opportunity at 60 Gs. But yeah, let me know when you feel we'll likely hit 100K, family. Shout out Mr. Corvette. Hi, JV. My favorite BTC person from Beverly Hills. Shout out Beverly Hills. Loud and clear. Love to hear it. Much appreciated. Shout out Greg. Swashbuckler pirate shipmates. Ahoy, mateys.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day, maybe I need a life. But Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Shout out to the entire crypto fam. Welcome to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. 100K on the way. I dig it, family. Do you think 4,000 Bitcoin sale from the USA will cause a dip? Probably. It's going to contribute. Any massive offloading of BTC is going to affect the market one way or another. A lot of it could be an alien, JV, but it is actually in honor of Gandalf the Grey. All right, whatever you say. I'm rocking a lot of gray today, by the way. Why are we dropping? We're going to be discussing that. Another BTFD opportunity, family. What up, Crypto Surge? How you been, broski? Greg says it's 106K. That's within 2 weeks post all-time high break, mid-July to early August. I'm digging it. 106K. So ready. Send it, family. They not like us. Thanks for the reminder, Foreign. Well said.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Shout out Chance Bird. What it do? I heard the bird is the word. Stack them biddies.
Bitcoin, 60 G's, 60 G's. Buying opportunity for 5th level 60 G's. What do you think, JV? Buy the biddy. Who cares about a roaring kitty? A boring kitty, not me. I'm for the bitty. I'm for the nippinator. I'm for Nipsey, not for the weirdo Kit Kat kitty cat. A kitty cat. I'm for stacking the sats.
Shout out Dirty. What it do? That's right. They sure not like us.
Stack the sats. Ain't no thing, baby. It's a chance to stack those sats. Chance to stack the big T's. Baby, you never heard about me with another coin. Bitcoin. I got my mind on my Bitcoin. And my Bitcoin on my mind.
You're not alone, Serge. It's hot as a mofo. It's scorching here in Puerto Rico. I just walked the Nippinator. before we started the stream. It's pretty brutal out there right now. So it looks like a heat wave across the country, fam. Devon, I am not effing selling. Amen to that. Chance stacked the last 2 days. Smart man. Well done. Hey, JV, with all the selling, more sats incoming to my treasure. Music to my ears, Mark. Well done. It's dropping so we can stack the biddies. What up? Shout out Johnny Bravo. Welcome to the stream, brother.
60 G's, 60 G's, I'm buying opportunity. On and on, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. But I don't sweat it because it's just pathetic to let it get me involved in that sell on the dip crowd, sell on the dip crowd, dip sell, dope sell, no Bitcoin sell. I'm no sellout.
Shout out JC. I was concerned that Assange wouldn't make it home. There is a certain first lady who doesn't like him. Must be referring to Hillary, I'm assuming there. She don't like anybody. Bitcoin. Let me know if that's accurate. Melda, that's sick. What up? What up? Shout out K Jammy Jam. What's a poppin'? But yeah, in the back of my mind, I said that too. I'm like, what if they did something to that plane? You just never know in this crazy, chaotic world, family. What up, Mr. Corvette? We're going to be covering the story of the Bitcoiner who actually sent that donation for Julian to be able to flee. I think it cost him 8 Bitcoin, roughly $500,000, family. Shout out Guido. All the mods, say hi to my sister-in-law, Angie. Shout out Angie and Guido. Trying to orange pill her. Well, stay tuned, family. I got you. McFoofinator, the neighbors are mandated to listen to Crypto News Alerts. I dig it. Do you think 4,000 BTC FUD sale by the USA causes the dip? It's definitely going to make an impact. Is it the core reason? We're going to be discussing that. Stick around. Yes, Hillary. Precisely. Yeah, I even saw in one of the WikiLeaks from a while back when he was uncovering her through like the Pizzagate and all of her emails, she requested, can't we just like drone bomb him or something? He's talking about us. So just imagine all the people on her hit list, for Christ's sake. FK BTC dropping. Yeah, but it's all good. It's a buying opportunity. 8 BTC at 300K. Well, maybe it was more BTC. We'll read the story here shortly. I thought I saw 8. It could have been more. Getting in my workout, listening to the man. Thank you, Taylor. Appreciate it. How's it going? What's a poppin'? It's never cooled down. Last night, 92. Wow. Yeah, so heat wave across the nation, family. Probably across the world right now. So, but it's summertime. It's that time, family.
Pump it up.
Shout out Mr. Corvette. Greatly appreciate that, super family.
Pump it up. Pump it up. Look, pump it up if your game went long. When the dip hit, you just stay like King Kong.
Shout out Chandy. How you doing? Good to see you as well.
More than 5 sats and you stacked and get it on. Had the people on my back to get a song. Where's broke? Have a
yes. Shout out Greg. Let them sell. Sell the Mortimer. That's Mortimer. Sell it. We'll get scooped up in the short order at a discount. Buck Hillary. Buck the Fed while we at it. Do you guys think 60 G's holds? I think yesterday or the other day we tapped 58 as a new bottom, but then we bounced pretty strong like a coiled spring. We hit back to 62 and now we're correcting again at 60,800 due to some of the offloading from the government. Call in all Bitcoin troopers. JV is live and in the house. Left, right, left. Appreciate that. How's the climate there? It's cooling. Hot as hell here, family. I'm in Puerto Rico on the island here in the Caribbean. BTC, pump it up. That's what we doing. Shout out to all the members of the channel. We greatly appreciate y'all as well. We appreciate all the support. And thank you guys for always tuning in.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
If it's not going to 0, it's going to 1 million.
BlackRock did sell 0 Bitcoin because they understood precisely. We're going to be discussing some of the Bitcoin ETF inflows and outflows as well. Thank you for the preciseness. So the bottom is at 58,900, which we just tapped the other day. Do you guys think we're likely to retest that level, or do you think 60,000 holds strong? Let me know your insights. Balls are sticking when I go outside. That's why we free balling that sick. Hey, everybody. Bangkok, Jerry Reynolds in the building. Welcome, Jerry.
Now, we all know Bitcoin is the best asset.
My balls is hot, is all I gotta say. Would you agree?
You agree? And there is no second best asset. And that is why we are here, right? Because we need an asset. Bitcoin is the best. There is no second best.
There's no second best. How many of you agree? Let me know. Thank JV for all your support. You're very welcome. My pleasure. Thank you for the epic music, taking the pod to the next level. BlackRock's IBIT ETF is the only one that is holding the line. No outflow since inception. I'm never selling.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay, what's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point.
Well, that's the other thing. The Mt. Gox sell-off. Some are anticipating that to occur. Others believe that they're going to be hodling. So we'll soon find out. But that can be potentially taking us to a new low as well. If they offload the biddies, we'll soon see.
Is if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
Now, what I don't know is whether BRIBIT had a minimum hold on time for the purchase. You can't sell for 6. Ooh, were the ETFs designed that way? A 6-month minimum time without selling? If so, I think 6-month mark from the inception would be in roughly 2 weeks. I believe it was January 10th of this year, roughly 5.5 months ago when they officially went live. So if there's a 6-month thing, that means some of the people who bought from the inception can sell, but who in their right mind would be offloading Bitcoin at a time like this? Only the stupid money, dumb money. Wow, 1,000 BTC was given to Russell Brand and Max the Santa Claus. Yes, and he lost it all in a boating accident. Just like Alex Jones. The 10,000 Bitcoin Max gifted him. But yeah, Max is virtually the Bitcoin Santa. He was just hooking his friends up. He used to walk around and have like private wallet codes written in his like pieces of paper in his suit and just be giving them away to people because he cared about people and he just wanted them to get in. That's crazy. How many stories do you hear like that? Max gifting 1,000 Bitcoin here, 10,000 Bitcoin here. That's why I personally feel Max more than likely is the largest single-handed Bitcoin hodler in the world. If I was to speculate, I say Max may have more Bitcoin than Satoshi's wallets because he announced becoming a Bitcoin millionaire in 2013. You know, he was already all in back when Bitcoin was in 2011 when it was only $1. So if you actually run the math from the time it hit and he became a Bitcoin millionaire and officially announced it in 2013, I tend to believe he may have over 1 million of those Bitcoin. What are your thoughts on that? Because you got to keep in mind, Max was already a millionaire and retired from Wall Street before he even got into Bitcoin. Keep that in mind, family. I'm not selling, Laura. It's going up forever, Laura. He just needs to grow that gray beard. The gray beard, eh? The Bulls run cost the hot balls, pretty much. But anyways, fam, welcome everyone just joining the stream. If you're new to the channel, important to smash those likes. It helps out tremendously with the algorithm. And also subscribe to the #1 Daily Bitcoin Pod. And if you hit the bell icon, turn on all notifications, is greatly appreciated. Today is pod episode number 1682. I'm your host, JV. It's June 26, 2024, and the markets are correcting once again. Let's kick it off with our market watch, as we do each and every day. You can see the bulk of the market in the red. Bitcoin trading at $60,800, down about 2% on the daily. We have Ether back under 3,400, down 0.5%, along with BNB, Solana, XRP, and Cardano, all correcting and in the red. And checking out CoinMarketCap.com. The current crypto market cap sits at $2.27 trillion. We have the Bitcoin market cap at $1.2 trillion. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past 24 hours, we got Fetch up 12%. We have Ajax up 11% and Lido DAO up 6.5%. Below that, Cospa, Notcoin, and Avalanche. Now, which particular alts are you most bullish on for this bull? Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles to get a visual perspective on the daily. Safe to say 95% of the market bleeding and in the red. And zooming out on the monthly for a broader perspective, 95% of the market bleeding worse and in the red. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Today, we're back at a 46 in fear. Yesterday is the lowest. We have seen this in a very long time at a 30. Last week, a 64. Last month, a 74. And I like this metric because the higher this number climbs, the more likely of a pullback, and vice versa. The lower this number goes, the more likely of a pump. So there you have it. Crypto fam, let me know where you feel this month of June will likely take us for the monthly close, and I'll read your comments out loud. Shout out Laser Cat. Yeah, in 2023, there was a show held a wallet and said there was 30 billion. BTFD, long-term hodler fam. Diamond Hands and Laser Eyes. Shout out Bone Daddy. Loud and clear from Detroit. Shout out Detroit James. Appreciate you. Keep going, young man. We love you. Cheers, Paul Nelson. Appreciate the support. Welcome, Universe Marvel. Mr. Bone Daddy, bullish on Soul. Solana, fear is real. James Elsey, I got to try that Detroit 75 restaurant. What other banks have confiscated BTC? What other governments is a good question as well. Anyone know how to leverage trade crypto in the UK? Question from Triple T. 62.5 says James Elsey. What's that target for, family? You feeling that? Incoming? Keep it family, friend, fam. This hour is family friendly, and you can rip on the Rumble. Precisely. Rumble is the uncensored, extended version of the pod. When the YouTube stream ends, we try to keep the tube family friendly, so we appreciate that. Thanks for the reminder, JC. June, July equals sideways with no action. That calloused Asian. So excited for the coming months. McFoofinator, new little bubble drop today called Rugstar. I got to check that one out. Let me know if you like it. FET and Link, Steve is bullish on. Grant says, I've heard the average cost of the Mt. Gox buys were 700. Probably. I mean, it was over a decade ago, right? Crazy. Still idling around 63 Gs until the end of July. Word. JV Mr. 100 is still stacking his stats, even with all the selling. Yes, I saw that. He came back and started doubling down on those daily buys. That's what's up. Below 74 is the dip, so keep stacking. Cheers, Joseph. You're right. The current all-time high is 73.8, which we achieved mid-March. So to re-enter price discovery, we need to tap virtually the 74,000 level. We're in the summer slump. We are. But keep in mind, we're typically bullish up to 18 months after the halving, and it's never just instant after the halving. We just had the halving on April 19th. So, and happy 420, by the way, just turned 420 here in Puerto Rico. What do we call those who treat fiat as a store of value, eh?
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
Sailor's like, nope, get it right, lady. Rugstar, def dedicated to the meme coiners. Right on. You got that right, Serge. We call them poor. Historically, April and June equal the crap months for the Bitcoin. Hodl the line, sailors, and you shall be rewarded. A pirate booty. So if any of the broskies are looking for a pirate booty, hodl be thy name.
People that use fiat currency.
Fiat hoarders, I call them.
As a store of value. We call them poor.
Boom, you nailed it. You guys got it right. Thank you, Devon. JBZ, what it do?
Poor. We call them poor.
We call them fiat rich, which equals Bitcoin poor. It equals Bitcoin poor.
People that use.
Shout out Mikey Sailor. Always fun to play his clips.
Take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin. Then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, buy is all you need to know. But anyways, fam, let's dive into a little Bitcoin technical analysis. We'll also look at some of the live charts. This headline reads, Bitcoin price drop below traders' cost basis. Warns of a deeper sell-off. So I'd love to know from your thoughts, family, in the chat, how low do you think we'll go? And do you think the bottom is in? Let me know. So yeah, the Bitcoin price experienced mounting sell-side pressure, causing it to shed more than 5.5% over the past week. and setting a 6-week low of 58.4 on June 25th. During the sell-off, Bitcoin dropped below the short-term cost basis, risking a deeper correction, according to Glassnode, quoting their week on-chain report. Since mid-June, the spot price has plunged below the cost basis on both the 1 week and 1 month hodlers at 68.5 and the 1 month, 3 month hodlers at 66,400. If this structure persists, it has historically resulted in a deterioration of investor confidence and risks this correction being deeper and taking longer to recover from. Now, the Bitcoin short-term hodler cost basis, or the realized price, is the metrics which represents the average acquisition price of Bitcoin for investors who are considered short-term hodlers, typically defined by the movement of the coins that have been held for less than 155 days. And looking at Bit into Coin, it reveals that Bitcoin's breach of the 64 level on June 23rd saw it fall below the short-term hodler realized price at the time, which was $64,591, as outlined here in the chart. In addition, the latest drawdown was inches away from pulling the price below the cost basis of the 3 to 6 month hodlers at 57.3, which remains on the rise even as the price falls. The report also highlights the cost basis of the 1 week to 1 month hodlers has plunged below the 1 month to 3 month cost basis, signaling a diminishing return of momentum in the demand side and a net capital outflow from the asset. Quoting them here, during the previous bull markets, a negative capital flow structure has occurred up to 5 times. We can also see this structure has been in place since May and into early June. Meanwhile, on June 25th, 11 of the US-based spot Bitcoin ETFs saw minor inflows totaling 31 million, ending a 7-day streak of outflows. Data from SoSo Value revealed June 25th Fidelity's ETF FBTC led net inflows with 49 million, followed by the Bitwise Bitcoin ETF BitB with 15 million, and then Van Eck with 4 million in net inflows. On the other hand, Grayscale's ETF GBTC had a single day outflow of 30 million, while the ARK21 Shares Bitcoin ETF reported 6 million of outflows. And as of June 25th, those 11 spot Bitcoin ETF funds began trading, which we know January 11th, so we're approaching the 6-month mark, and they have now seen inflows of almost 15 billion with more than 53 assets under management, and I guess it's now referring to 53 billion in assets under management. The massive outflows of the spot Bitcoin ETFs witnessed over the last few weeks are the highest since April, when they posted total net outflows exceeding 1.2 billion between April 24th and the beginning of May. Now I want to share the power of Bitcoin purchasing power, because one thing I always share with you, everything I share in this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. I do not give financial advice, but one thing I can guarantee you is the purchasing power of Bitcoin is mathematically guaranteed to increase your purchasing power versus the dollar. Here's an example. Shout out Joe Burnett for sharing this. The medium new U.S. home price in Bitcoin. In 2012, it was 50,616 Bitcoin. 2013, 19,000 Bitcoin. 2014, 351 Bitcoin. 2015, 900 Bitcoin. 2016, 700 Bitcoin. 2017, 323 Bitcoin. 2018, 24 Bitcoin. 2019, 84 Bitcoin. 2020, 46 Bitcoin. 2021, 10 Bitcoin. 2022, the year JV purchased this house, 20 Bitcoin. I paid more than 20 to pay off the loan, just FYI. 2023, 14 BTC. And in 2024 this year, only 7 BTC. Do you notice the trend? And it'll be the polar opposite when looking at US dollars. You'll notice over the past decade, every year it becomes more expensive in US dollars to purchase a property. And then you noticed the polar opposite with Bitcoin, hence Bitcoin being the king. There will be a day where you can purchase the median US home here in the United States for 1 Bitcoin, and eventually a half a Bitcoin, and eventually a quarter of a Bitcoin, and eventually 0.1 Bitcoin, and eventually 0.001 Bitcoin. Wait for it, family. So you already know. And I think this speaks volumes, so pretty good stuff. But anyways, fam, welcome everyone. Just joining the stream. What's good in the hood? Holla at your boy. I'm going to read some of the comments. We did it. Shout out T Diller. What it do? Thank you for that disclaimer. That's sick. 100%. Something like the full-time manifesting for the moon is trying to buy more on the dip. It's all good. My home cost 7 Bitcoin in 2018. Oh, and 1,000 ETH. Whoa, 1,000 ETH. 2040, 1,000 Satoshis. Now we're speaking. There'll be a time, maybe 1 Satoshi, you'll be able to purchase a house. Maybe not, but F the mortgage loans, JV. Paid that ish off when my house doubles. The value is 13 years on a fixed 30-year. Right on. The people benefit from the deflation. Pretty soon we'll be buying houses in sats. Now we're talking. JV spreading the orange pill hits to the fam. You already know. JV, I saw the chart. Crazy how houses have gotten so expensive. I know. What's the average median purchase price now in the States? I would speculate $400,000 because you can't buy much for like $200,000 no more. It'd be like a shack, right? Greg says, I am bummed. Hello, it's Bitfinger. Welcome, Bitfinger. Let me throw the big lungs. Haktua. Let's get a Haktua candle. 6,900 on the daily. Now we're talking. Send it.
Coke, we smoked them like a bomb. Oh yeah, we heard Kramer report that. Thank you. He said, we bought more bags, till we got a sword back.
Shout out DNA. It's inside my DNA. Hey, I'm going to work yet again, watching the best show on the YouTube. Love your brother. Right back at you. Happy to hear you cracked the code of the Matrix and you're getting paid to watch the pod. Respect. Chandy, you can manifest almost anything if you're doing it correctly. Facts. Great Condor. I would love to sell my house for 2 biddies. Hey, 2 biddies. Wow. What is that? 120K, eh? I built my home by hand. Paycheck to paycheck. Word up. 400K. Crazy. Average median home price, right? 300,000 here in the UK is the average price. Is that in euros, family? 500,000 for a single family home. It's nuts, right? Pretty wild. Pretty wild. The good thing about the orange pill and boomers is how to sit back on an investment and wait for it to come into fruition. They're good hodlers. They got the patience, eh? Where I live, a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,000 square foot. New construction is 4,000 easy. Yeah, so this is, I'm living in a 3-bedroom. One is, I use it as an office here, and then there's 2 other bedrooms. 1 bedroom's mine, 1 bedroom's my daughter. We have 2.5 bathroom. It's 2-story, new construction as well. Downstairs, we have a half bath. Upstairs, there's 2 bathrooms, 1 right behind this room, and then 1 in the master. And this property, when I purchased it brand new, with closing costs, I think was $735,000. Probably worth a lot more now. That was a couple of years ago, and it's a very desirable area. But it just goes to show you, real estate is not cheap. And digital real estate is not cheap either, referring to the king Biddy, if you feel me. But we all know the purchasing power of Bitcoin it's guaranteed to just increase. You saw that, right? It's just crazy. So it's mind-boggling. Imagine spending 50,000 Bitcoin to buy a house in 2012. You know, people must have done it. Like people selling mass amounts of Bitcoin, never thinking it would get into the $60,000 range, let alone maybe even $1,000 back then. So it's crazy. I am a Bitcoin octopus. Word. Montana Senate passed the bill to protect crypto. I need to buy land there soon. Music to my ears. Fairground, pounds. Thank you. What's the second best crypto? There is no second best. Where I live, I mean, it's crazy, yo. South Carolina, the price of a home on average is $350,000 in 2017. It was $150,000. Just goes to show you the power of inflation and really bigger picture, the depreciation of the US dollar in purchasing power. And that's the thing. The purchasing power of the dollar is going to keep dwindling and the purchasing power of Bitcoin will keep soaring. That's a fact. No argument. You can't argue with that. My house is 1,800, square feet, bought and built for 270,000. Now it's worth 600. Wow. How many years did it take to appreciate from it? Ultimately doubled in value. So congratulations. Real estate ain't cheap because the dollar is ish. Exactly why we have inflation, family. The dollar is crap. 100%. You nailed it. Real world assets on the blockchain. I flip many houses. I'll never rent. Bad business unless you have balls of steel. Good point. Very good point. Back in the day when I had my real estate appraisal business, at one point I had 4 properties like in my name. I had to deal with tenants and it wasn't pretty. No tenant wants to pay. They just want to squat in your house. One of them threatened me by lifting up the shirt to show off their gun, which I later discovered is an illegal thing to do. But that's what you got to deal with, unfortunately, especially in crazy times like this. So it is what it is. 7 years, it doubled. Not too shabby. Real estate doubling in less than 2 Bitcoin cycles, family. But look at Bitcoin's appreciation in those 8 years. Whoa. Right? 8 years ago, where was the Bitcoin price? My house I purchased 285, 2018. According to Zillow, it's now 470. It's a 2-bedroom, a 2.5 bath. Whoa. So there you go. Another almost doubled. New Jersey. Thank you, Nas, for sharing. Love me some Satoshis. Amen, Gary. 2 investors in Germany stacked 2 million, and now it's 3 billion. The C's 50,000. Good Lord. I only buy a property with my biddies if the transaction will be accepted in Bitcoin and the house price will be in Satoshis. Well, I think there's even markets now where you can buy virtually any property using Bitcoin, and it does some sort of real world conversion. So ultimately, I don't know how it all works, but I've covered those stories before. So yeah, but anyways, fam, keep the comments flowing. We do have a live poll. If you guys can let me know when you feel Bitcoin will hit 100,000, and towards the end of the stream, we'll end the poll and I'll read those results to you. That's why with Bitcoin, you don't have to deal with no tenants. Exactly. It's superior digital scarcity. Bitcoin has way better returns, 100%. When it comes to returns, there's no comparison. There is no second best. I had to evict a tenant and my house was 20,000 Exactly. They did the same thing. If they're going to get evicted, they're going to destroy your property, put cigarettes out on the countertops and the wood floors, anything they can do to destroy it, because that's the nature of people, unfortunately. BlackRock needs to stop buying residential. Yeah, don't BlackRock own the majority of the real estate on the planet, or at least here in the States? I heard something about that. It's crazy, yo. But nonetheless, let's freaking go. Let's dive into our next story of the day and discuss the latest with Julian Assange. And I'm very happy to get this news that he has finally been released from prison. The headline reads, Bitcoiner contributes to Julian Assange's freedom, paying $500,000 debt in BTC. That's right. WikiLeaks co-founder Julian Assange is free after the 14-year battle against extradition to the U.S. In a final effort to secure his freedom, an anonymous Bitcoiner donated over 8 Bitcoin worth $500,000 to help Assange's family to pay off the debt incurred by his travel and settlement expenses. June 24th, he was released from the high-security Belmarsh prison in the UK after reaching a plea agreement with U.S. authorities. Shortly after his release, he departed the UK on a private plane from a London airport to Saipan in the northern Mariana Islands, a U.S. territory. He appeared in the District Court of Saipan on June 26, which is today, where he pleaded guilty to one charge of breaching the U.S. Espionage Act by leaking classified documents. The journey was planned to prevent Assange from touching foot on American soil. In the interview, Stella Assange, his wife, stated freedom comes at a cost. It is required to pay $520,000 to the Australian government for the forced chartering of flight VJ199 to travel to Saipan in Australia. Stella started a crowdfunding page to help the jailed founder with his debts after his return home to Australia, as she shared here, and clearly just one person was able to do that and be able to pay for that for over $500,000. Some are speculating it was Jack Dorsey. Let me know if you saw that story. The donation link was posted by Stella on June 25th, and within 10 hours, an anonymous Bitcoiner paid over 8 Bitcoin to the fund. You gotta love Bitcoiners, family. Almost clearing the goal of $520,000, he also received over 300,000 British pounds in fiat donations thus far. The single Bitcoin donation was the largest donation to the fund, more than all the other donations and all the currencies combined, and as a result, Assange will arrive in Australia debt-free. Amen to that. Now, at his court appearance today, Judge Ramona Maglona, what a name that is, Ramona Maglona, sentenced him to 5 years and 2 months in prison for pleading guilty to espionage charges. However, he already served the exact amount of prison time in the UK while fighting extradition. As a result, he walked from the courtroom a free man. We finally got this man free. It feels like an eternity, but you know what? This is one of the biggest celebrations for me. This is a pretty big deal. Now we need to pardon and free Ross Ulbricht, because it really gets under my nerves when you see freedom fighters who risk their own lives to help humanity, and then they get in prison because we have a corrupt government. You know what I mean? Now, they took that private flight and arrived in Canberra, Australia. That was at 9:39 a.m. UTC. Assange argued that the Espionage Act under which he was charged conflicted with the First Amendment rights of the U.S. Constitution. However, he acknowledged that encouraging sources to provide classified information for publication could be illegal. As part of the plea deal, he was required to destroy all classified information provided to WikiLeaks. So there you go. Crypto fam, back to the comment-in section. The owner of that jet made out like a bandit. I know, doesn't it seem a little high, right? Doesn't it? 500,000 for a flight. Good Lord. Probably could have got that for 100,000 somewhere else. You never know. But that's government for you, right? Probably forced it on them. But anyways, kudos to whoever was the anonymous Bitcoin donor to actually make that possible so he can land in Australia debt-free. I mean, free Ross. Amen. Can I get a hashtag free Ross? Come on, biddies. 61 G's, baby.
Can't short your dork, we can't afford that. Wait for the pump to come, we should have bought that. Crypto to zero, they really thought that.
I know it was scary. Imagine if like a drone or something like boom, craziness could have happened. You never know. I donated to Assange. I thought it was messed up. He had to pay that much for a plane. It is nuts. And they know what they're doing. They're make it as difficult as possible for him. But he has a lot of the support, clearly, of the Bitcoin community. So I guess regardless what the amount would have been, it could have been 8 million. There would have been donors, in my opinion, to come through because people hate injustice, especially Bitcoiners. And we stick together. But the bandit stays poor. The bandit, eh? 60 G's, again, 100K, 100K, 100K. That's 300K. Isn't Australia a British territory? I don't know. That's a good question, yo. I noticed the flag of Australia looks like it has the British flag on it. So maybe. You tell me. Fair ground. Free Ross. I'm digging it. Free Ross, says Devon. Amen. Joseph, hashtag free Ross. That's what's up. Free Ross as I'm free balling. That's the new slogan.
Again. Call me 3AC cause I'm blowing it up. Short squeeze, more please, yeah, it's going to pump. They drop foot, but it's still not slowing it up.
I heard Nipsey ear slaps just now. Nipsey ear? Nipsey just got up and left. You insulted him, that's sick. Now he's out. He ain't having it.
Pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up.
Alex Jones has to liquidate InfoWars. Ain't that some ish? They're forcing him to liquidate his studio to pay this insane, what is it, $2 billion judgment, which is impossible to pay. And I remember when they had like the court trial or whatever, and they came up with the crazy numbers. They're like, you have earned X amount of money, so therefore you can pay all this. And it's like, they don't understand how business works. Even hypothetically speaking, if he made $1 billion in gross revenue through a company, how much do you think he actually got paid himself? Probably a few million. Maybe if he's lucky, 100 million. So for them to expect him to pay whatever the outrageous number was, like $2 billion for reporting news he thought to be true at the time is insanity. They should be going after the killers or the killer's family or holding them accountable. They're acting as if Alex Jones unalived all the people from Sandy Hook. He had nothing to do with it. All he did was report the news. It's mind-boggling. How many times has the mainstream media shared bad news, like with poison JABS, and then people get unalived due to the bad information from the news? Why aren't those mofos held accountable? Why isn't the CDC held accountable? Why isn't the WHO held accountable? Why isn't Fauci held accountable? So clearly, in my opinion, this was just an attack. I think Alex shares a lot of truth, and even in what he was sharing, there's truth to it because government does a lot of inside jobs. And I think they're trying to set an example. What are your thoughts? BitBoy's Lambo. Ain't BitBoy's no more, yo. He ain't got a Lambo. Used to have a Lambo. That is about what he's appealing the judgments. Yeah, that's crazy. Sorry, I disagree. Not free balling. It hurts, man. I used to be that way. I don't know why. But now I could run free balling and stuff like that. Back in the day, I'm like, you can't do it because they slap against the side of the leg. I guess I built up a tolerance or something because now I can play ball, I can run, and free ball and just live my best life. 201 on X. Shout out to the X fam. If everyone watching the stream can repost this, we appreciate it. We got 200 people on the tube, 200 people on X, and shout out to the Rumble fam as well. We still got a lot to share. You want me to trump it up for you guys? I got you.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Lambos are overrated. Lambo liquidated. Australia is not a British territory, but it is a voluntary member of the Commonwealth. Good to note. That is wild. Shout out Frank Roca. What's poppin', brother? I call it the legacy media now. Yeah, it sounds like too kind of a word, so I like to call it the lamestream media. You feel me? Lamestream. Run free ballin'. Yeah, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I mean, I did it my past few times. I usually run 5 miles Tuesdays, and yeah, free balling. Let's get back to the all-time high, then go from there. Forget those 100K predictions and ETFs. Or ETFs, one leg at a time, baby. Shout out Jay. What up, Mr. Leonard? Let's go. Excuse me, a little burping action from this carbonated mineral water. Oh my God, you want to detail with the free ball? Sometimes I go into detail. Sometimes I go into detail. I guess I'm building my pain tolerance or something. Kind of feeling like one of those Shaolin monks, master Qigong. You know what I mean? Shout out Su Quan. You've probably seen them before. And then they're at the monastery and they're doing like their Qigong. And then the other monks are kicking them and they're just like, that's how I feel right now. Building up that tolerance, family. But anyways, welcome everyone just joining the stream. We still got a lot of news to share with you here today. So let's dive right in to our next story. We discussed the latest with Julian Assange. Now let's discuss these Bitcoin ETFs. Headline reads, Spot Bitcoin ETFs reserve 7-day outflow streak. That's right. After a week of the net outflows, U.S.-based spot Bitcoin ETFs saw a reversal June 25th, with net inflows reaching 31 milli. Data from SoSo Value indicated a reversal from the past 7 consecutive trading days, which saw 1.1 billion in total outflows from the spot Bitcoin ETFs. The data shows Fidelity's Wise Bitcoin Origin led the net inflows Tuesday with 49 million, followed by BitB with 15 million, and then the VanEck inflows of 4 million. On the other hand, Grayscale saw net outflows of 30 million, while ARK21 shares Bitcoin ETF reported 6 million worth of the outflows, according to the data here from Farside. Now, BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust IBIT, the biggest fund by assets under management, saw no inflows on June 25th. The same was true for ETFs from Invesco, Valkyrie, and Franklin Templeton. And as of the 25th, the 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs debuted in January have a total net inflows of 14.4 billion. And following a soft approval of the spot Ether ETFs by the US SEC in May, prospective US issuers continue to finalize their registrations prior to launch. And I'll be diving a little deeper into this in our next story. But yeah, it's been kind of slow from the institutional standpoint, from the institutional FOMO, but maybe we'll resume here with massive inflows. There is a very limited amount of the biddies currently available on the exchanges. So we'll see if we have a legitimate supply shock later this year. You already know the Nippinator keeping a low pro. That's right. He's in keeping a low pro. I just want to be like Nippinator when I grow up. Free balling for the win. I'm inspired. That's nuts. Literally. I heard Mr. 100 bought more. He is. I saw that posted yesterday. He resumed buying. He kind of went MIA for a hot minute, but they're DCAing and stacking the biddies once again. Who do you think most likely is Mr. 100? Do you think that can be Michael Dell? Do you think it could be Dell Computers? Do you think that could be a sovereign wealth fund such as Qatar? Do you think that may be Abu Dhabi over there in the Middle East? Let me know your thoughts. 100K, never? That's not even an option, family, because you're on the wrong podcast if you don't believe Bitcoin can hit 100,000, for Christ's sake. We've already tapped 73. So what is that? Another 30%, and we hit 100K. My female husky makes the weirdest poses. You got a very good looking husky there. I know you shared me a photo of your husky. Shout out to your husky. I forget, what's your husky's name, brother? Good stuff. Yeah, dogs are the best. The greatest.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up.
Mr. 100, stacking 100 every day.
You got to pump it up. Don't you know?
Well, an excellent buy the dip opportunity for anyone buying right now. 60 G's, considering that's roughly 14,000 below the all-time high from mid-March. So if you're looking at the risk-reward ratio, which we discussed yesterday, you have very little risk and very high reward potential right now, especially post-halving before we go parabolic and ascend to new all-time highs here. Mr. 100 could be in this chat. yeah, it may be Melda the Gray for all we know. It could be JC, Ice Ice Baby. We don't know. It could be that sick. And just saying, you never know, family. I named her K-Jam. Oh, no way. So your dog's name is K-Jam. That's your alter name. Good stuff. Or your alternate ego. I have a boxer named Juice. Boxers are awesome. I like boxers. Good dogs. That's pretty cool. Juice. I dig it. You got the juice now. Pump it up. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing.
I can't wait till the feds start showing this love. The full flag on the chart got me blowing a nut. Do your thing, let me do my
Shorters, pumping it up. But anyways, next story of the day, we discussed the Bitcoin ETFs. Now let's dive a little deeper into the Ethereum ETFs, which is supposed to launch here soon. Headline reads, Ethereum ETF process is going smoothly, as smooth as Gary Gensler's bald head. How do you like those apples, Gary? The process of launching the first spot Ether ETFs in the U.S. is going smoothly, says chairman of the SEC, Mr. No Hair Gare. Speaking at the June 25th Bloomberg conference, Gensler remained tight-lipped on the ETFs and when they could launch, and deferred when asked if they could go live before the November U.S. elections. I mean, he's going to do what he does best. No Claire Gare, quoting him here. It is really about the asset managers making the full disclosure so that those registration statements can go effective, he said. What is in front of us, and it is done at a staff level, is what's called the registration statements, the disclosure statements, he added. Again, these disclosures are really important. They are important to investors making investment decisions. The SEC approved the 19B4 filings from the 8 ETF bidders on May 23rd, but the asset managers are still tweaking their Form S1s. The final filings the SEC needs to approve before they go live for trading. Some of the analysts predicted the SEC could approve the funds for trading as soon as the first week of July. That's right, I heard the second, right before Independence Day, family. Let me know if you agree with that. That's according to Eric Balchunas and some of the top ETF analysts. Now, nothing inconsistent about security laws. And did you know security laws are biblical, as per Michael Saylor? That's one of the quotes we typically play here. He says, security laws are biblical. The U.S. Crypto industry has raised millions and lobbied to make digital assets an election issue after facing a deluge of enforcement actions from the Gensler-led SEC. President Trump said he would end what called President Biden's war on crypto, and billionaire investor Mark Cuban claimed Gensler could literally cost Joe Biden the election. And ironic enough, yes, Mark Cuban is voting for Biden, and according to his tweets that I read, which is mind-boggling to me, but he always ultimately, just like Scaramucci, he always rags on Trump and is like pro-Biden. Gensler said he doesn't speak on elections when asked about Trump and Cuban's comments, quoting him here. We have a set rules that are pretty clear. There is nothing inconsistent about crypto securities and security laws. Unfortunately, there's a number of people that are non-compliant with the laws. Those hucksters, fraudsters, those flim-flam artists, as he says. Gensler claimed up to 200 or 20,000 crypto tokens are investment contracts, which are securities under U.S. law. They do not give proper disclosure to American investors. This is a field that is the leading lights for a couple of the years ago are either in jail, about to go to jail, or awaiting extradition. He said, I mean, that's his job. He'll lock up virtually everyone involved in crypto, for Christ's sake, stifle innovation, right? Now, we're bringing that in front of the courts, and those will play out because the folks that are not complying with the law hurt the American public, he added. Well, I like to believe that Bankman-Fried and FTX and Terra Luna definitely harmed the American public, and Gary did nothing to stop it. In fact, that all occurred on his watch. So just to put things into perspective. And on X, Ripple CEO Garlinghouse slammed Gensler's comments as absolute nonsense, claiming the SEC boss completely missed my sentiment exactly. He completely missed FTX, and he was probably complicit in the corruption because he met with Bankman-Fried multiple times, as on record. Gensler will cause Biden to lose the election. So there you go, yo. Let me know your thoughts on that, and let me know your thoughts of Gary Gensler. If you like GG to be fired, let me know. Fire GG, but a little hashtag action Jackson. Gary Gensler got hit by JV's Benzler. He got hit by my fist. Knocked him out one shot, clean. Just saying. Dirty be smoking some good-ass dank herbs. I like how that flows. Dirty be smoking some good-ass dank herbs. Enjoy the pool. It's the place to be. Definitely on a day like today, yo. Enjoy that cool water. Criminals, FJB, and criminals, FGG. Hashtag F Big Mike, F Hitlery. I like that. Sam gave a lot of the donations. Yeah, the second largest donor to the Democratic Party was Scam Bankman Fried. Bankman Fried. Will the Bankman Fried get pardoned by Mr. Biden? Let me know your thoughts on that. I highly doubt he serves 25 years. I'm skeptical. Great Condor, ETFs buy at the discount on the OTC, keep price low. But the OTC will run out of BTC sometime soon. JBZ60G's opportunity, limited time only. Amen. It's like a rare Pokemon card. Get them while they're hot. Stack the biddies. Greg says on the side note, ETH is a security. Why? It passes the Howey test. The ETH found is a structured, just like a corporation. The department heads and debt budgets. Early investors, insiders heavily rewarded with ETH. Well, it got the green light already, so the SEC is not deeming it as an unregistered security, regardless of what it really is. Dirty, we got the sweet herbage, my bad. That definitely the sweet herbage. GG, fire GG, I like it, Don George. Shout out Don. The Super Soaker night. Do they still got Super Soakers, Joe? I remember those as a kid. Those were lit. It is also centralized with unlimited ETH production. F Jamie Demon. Amen. Ish. I just look at the Bitcoin price on the screen. 60 G's buying opportunity right now.
You know we bout as long as a piece of string. Shorter, closing fast for you do your ass. Come on, lose your cash cause it's moving fast. Do your thing, let me do my thing.
Tell BlackRock, please pump it up. The Nippinator is like Master Yoda. He's about 1900 years old, and he just don't age. Just what it is. How old does he look to you? Let me know. Keep your ETH on while you're at it. HODL your XRP. It will moon someday and hit a whole new dollar. Like in 10 years. Oh my God, Greg. I feel July will be a nice pump because ETH, ETFs, a lot of positive things in July. July may be the month, family. Bill says, looking like another wick down a coming. Hope, not but ready. Word. Hey, JV, are you sweat for the fam today? Yeah, I'm definitely sweating. But not as bad as I would be sweating if I didn't rock a tank top, a.k.a. jersey. You feel me? I wish I could smoke that good-ish too these days. Gets me twisted up. Gotta get twisted up. Peace, love, and understanding. Shout out Little Germ. S Bank Man loves beans and rice. Rice and beans. Rice and beans. Remember the flick, Something About Mary? I think it was Ben Stiller flick. And then the guy that played the brother. Rice and beans. He gets like his balls stuck in his zipper. Rice and beans is one of the most hilarious clips, if I'm remembering it correctly. That just came to my mind when you said that. 5 or 6 years old, JV. I think you nailed it. 100% accurate there, JC. He's not really 1900 years old. I can't pull nothing past you guys. Mr. 100 wants to be the conqueror of the world, and maybe will be. Maybe it's like the next Napoleon. And I'm not talking about dynamite. Frankenbeans. You know the reference? Frankenbeans. Oh, Frankenbeans. I say rice and beans. Frankenbeans. Yeah, Frank. That's the one. Classic. Beans in the Frank. Roman Empire had significant military and political connotations. A centurion originally commanded 100 soldiers, highlighting the importance of numbers of the organization and the structure of the military. Appreciate the insights. The Frankenbeans, 60 G's buying opportunity. I don't get it. You don't get it? Frankenbeans, bro? Oh my God. Anyways, let's keep it moving. I appreciate y'all. Next story of the day, we're going to be discussing 100 million new users in Latin America to the Lightning Network for the win. And then we'll discuss this rainbow chart showing the biddy hitting 250,000 per coin. And then we'll dive into our live Q&A headline reads, Nubank brings Bitcoin Lightning to 100 million Latin American customers. Let's go. Brazilian neobank Nubank partnered with the payment platform Lightspark to offer Bitcoin Lightning Network to its 100 million customers in Latin America. Lightspark said June 25th it's working with Nubank to start the Lightning integration, mapping and building potential products, and would have more to share in the future. Lightspark will also integrate the Universal Money Address Standard, a payment system built on top of the Lightning that gives users an email-like address to transfer money. Let's go. Nubank's crypto's executive director, Thomas Forte, said in a statement, the integration is part of the neobank plan to offer higher speed, low-cost transfers via the blockchain. Now, my question for the chat, how many of you have used the Bitcoin Lightning Network and prefer to use it? One of the benefits being a layer 2 scaling solution, you can send transactions virtually for free. Very, very inexpensive and very fast. That's what they use in El Salvador and a lot of places where there's mass Bitcoin adoption. Lightspark has been building the Lightning Network infrastructure for enterprises since it was co-launched back in 2022 by former PayPal president David Marcus. Lightspark said Nubank integration was a significant milestone for the Lightning Network, as it would dramatically impact the overall network usage at a time when it's most needed. And Nubank is backed by Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway. Wow, didn't know that. And it allows trading of 14 cryptos, partnered with stablecoin issuer Circle to expand access to the USD coin, which I'm not a fan of, just FYI. In November of 2023, its crypto services were launched in May 2022, coinciding with the announcement it would allocate 1% of its net assets into the Biddy. Now, around 92 million of Nubank's customers are based in Brazil. Brazil has a massive population. Correct me if I'm wrong, fam. I think it is the largest population in South America. Probably, I would speculate 300 million people, because someone looked that up for me, with the remaining 8 million mostly based in Mexico and Colombia. Most crypto trading volume is facilitated in Brazilian real trading pairs, followed by the Mexican, Argentine, and Colombian pesos, according to Kaiko Research. So there you have it. Crypto fam, more mass adoption. That's a win in my book. Let's go. 263 on X, not too shabby, but we can do better than that. Shout out to the X fam if everyone can repost this, only if you're gaining any level of value or entertainment today. I appreciate that. If you're not gaining any value or entertainment, I don't know what to do. Lavish living, high taxation, and slavery was any way to run an empire, we'd all be Roman this day. Word. Melda the Gray, something about Mary movie is so funny, she only attracts creeps. That is, I know, it is hilarious. I haven't watched that movie in forever, but that Frankenbeans thing just came to my mind. JB, have you ever had Ben and Jerry's Shootery Balls ice cream? I haven't. Is that a real, actual flavor of ice cream, bro? It's called Shootety Balls. Oh, Sweaty Ball. No way. Is there really an ice cream called Sweaty Balls? No way. Ish coins will always be ish coins. They will burn you. Oh, well said, XX. JBZ, JB. You been through a hurricane there yet? How's the infrastructure holding up? Well, everything's built from concrete block. So the entire, for example, 2-story home is just concrete. So houses aren't flying. However, if you have an old property with bad infrastructure with a tin roof, it's probably going to fly off if you get hit with a twister or a hurricane, naturally. I moved to the island after the massive Hurricane Maria, which destroyed and devastated the island. A lot of the people were without power for like 6 months. I came after that, so I did not witness that. But I am not new to hurricanes because I'm from Florida, and hurricane season every year I'm very familiar with. But I always lived in the Tampa Bay area, and Tampa has always been very fortunate where the hurricanes are always on point to hit Tampa Bay, but they always reroute and go elsewhere. So consider myself lucky. I guess I won't get involved with Nubank then. I dislike prejudice, Berkshire Hathaway. Yeah, I don't think any Bitcoiner likes Warren Buffett or Berkshire Hathaway, and we sure don't like Circle, USDC. So tis what it is. 215, thank you for verifying the population of Brazil. Still very massive at 215 million. I think the United States, probably 350 million. Correct me if I'm wrong. So it's almost as big as the United States. Massive. Look it up. Yes, it's about the ice cream. Oh my God, Sweaty Balls ice cream. I don't think I'd want to eat an ice cream called Sweaty Balls, but that's just me. It's like Max asked, what should we call this coffee company startup we're creating? And one of the things in the poll said volcanic jizz. And I'm like, what man in their right mind would feel good about drinking volcanic jizz? So I said, jacked up and horny was my vote. I'm like, sex sells, jacked up and horny might work, but definitely not volcanic jizz. Come on now. What happened to Solvang? What about it? I lived in Solvang, family. I'm originally from New York. Brooklyn! I moved to Solvang, California, I think in 3rd grade. Lived there for a few years. Then we relocated to Florida in middle school, and I grew up mostly in Florida. And then when I was old enough and I relocated to Costa Rica, spent a few years there, and started traveling all around the world. I spent 13 months in China. I visited, I'd speculate, maybe 40 countries. So I've lived all around the world. I like it here in Puerto Rico, so I'm here. I love the warm weather. I don't do with the cold so well. Fish ice cream is better than sweaty balls. Ew, fish ice cream. Who would even have a desire to eat flavored ice cream that tastes like fish? That's disgusting. Anyways, but that's a loose estimate. Thank you, Greg. I am from Brooklyn, too. Bensonhurst, where my Italiano fam out. Shout out Nas. My parents are actually from Brooklyn. I was from Long Island, so I was actually born in Long Island, so get it 100 there for you guys. 11 months for the last house to get the power. That's crazy, right, Joe? I mean, imagine having no electricity for, you can't live. I don't know how people can live a single day in Puerto Rico without electricity because it's just too hot. You'd have to like go sleep out. You can't sleep inside of a house with no AC. It's mind boggling. Florida, my man. Word up. Okay. All off the ice cream. Yeah. I'm going to go to natural ice cream. Banana ice cream. Just like that chat that issues out the coffee and they charge hundreds of dollars for it. What cat? Are you for real? Fish is bad. I am from the issue. From where? I saw Brooklyn in there. I don't know why that got retracted though. Tis what it is. But anyways, if you're just joining the stream, fam, pump the likes, pump the stream. We're about to dive into our feature story of the day and discuss the Bitcoin Rainbow Chart, which shows Bitcoin hitting 250,000 next year in 2025. And then we'll dive into some live Q&A. Did you immigrate to Puerto Rico? Immigrate. I don't know if that's the proper term, but I relocated here in 2018. Florida got some slippery title entrance floors at the resort condos when the AC is a blasting. They sure do. I don't eat Ben & Jerry's cream. They're such a discrimination. Damn. Call them out. Certified ice cream, certified. Yeah, cold is a bummer. Discriminatory company. They won't deal. That's interesting. I didn't know that about Ben & Jerry's, but I've never been a big Ben & Jerry's fan there. Power the stiff one, man the line, stack the sats, sit back and watch the fireworks. How about that, Kathy? Bathwater ice cream. Yummy. Stress-free VIP, what it do? So here's the deal. Puerto Rico is a territory of the United States. It's a commonwealth. So you don't need to immigrate as a United States resident. You don't even need a passport. You can have your license, hop on a plane, and come here. That's the beauty of it. You don't need to denounce residency of, U.S. and all that. Puerto Rico, exactly, Nas. You nailed it. Bathwater ice cream. No, thank you. Maybe some of the broskies here would buy it, though. You just never know nowadays. East New York, Brooklyn. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Make some motherfucking noise. JV is a U.S. citizen. Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, so JV is not an immigrant. Exactly. I was like contemplating. I'm like, am I an immigrant? No, I'm not an immigrant. Pour the Kathy Wood water. She can't handle the pressure. Oh, snap.
Pump it up. Yeah. I see some shorters selling. Yeah. See news reporters telling.
Let's go. High school Bensonhurst of the 80s. Word. But anyways, fam. Now for our featured story of the day. Bitcoin Rainbow Chart says Bitcoin will reach 250,000 per Bitcoin. But will this prediction come true? Let's discuss it. And I'm going to show you the chart right here. And in the flesh, Welcome everyone just joining the stream as well. Good to see you guys here. So as you know, while short-term price action shows bearishness, the higher time frame price trend is strongly bullish. In the past 6 months, measured from late January, we showed lows of 38,500. So keep that in mind, family. We have come a long way since the beginning of this year. Bitcoin has literally gained close to 55%. And the current all-time high of 73.8 we reached mid-March. It has set a higher low at 56.5, marking it as the critical support level for buyers to defend. In the coming weeks, we'll see if 60,000 holds up, family. The Bitcoin Rainbow Chart showed it is still a great time to buy the biddies. This chart represented Bitcoin's price movement on a logarithmic scale and can be useful for the investors to predict the potential Bitcoin cycle tops. So gauging the cycle top from the Bitcoin Rainbow Chart. This is brought to you by Blockchain Center. Check it. The multicolor chart highlights different zones from Bitcoin is dead to maximum bubble territory. And at press time, Bitcoin was in the rather aggressively buy mark zone. You can say that. Again, you can see in this chart, it shows you the maximum bubble territory in the red. Then you can see the sell seriously sell, a little lighter red, and then the orange FOMO intensifies. Then the darker yellow is this a bubble. Then the bright yellow hodl. Then the light green still cheap. The dark green accumulate. Then you got the teal buy, and then you have the blue. Basically a fire sale followed by the purple, which means Bitcoin is dead. Now at press time, the chart was confident. There is a long way yet for this cycle's price discovery to continue to stretch. A and B Crypto observed that the past 2 cycle maximums occurred 17 to 18 months after the halving. Extrapolating that to the current cycle, a maximum could be reached in September or October of next year in 2025. That's if history is to rhyme, family. Let me know if you agree. I personally agree that we're likely to hit the cycle peak in 2025 and more than likely around that time as well. I want to know your thoughts. In 2021, Bitcoin was unable to ascend past. Is this a bubble territory? A and B Crypto chose to be more conservative this time, assuming Bitcoin might not cross the hodl territory this time. Even this conservative bet puts Bitcoin at 260,000 with 373,000 being the estimate. Should Bitcoin spill into this, is this a bubble territory? So there you go, even more bullish, 373,000 next year. Send it. So there you have it, something to mark on your calendar. Sell Bitcoin above 250,000 in September of 2025. But of course, this is not an accurate prediction and is based solely on the Bitcoin Rainbow Chart and the previous cycle's halvings and top timings. Noting, this is not investment advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. So there you have it, family. Let me know your thoughts surrounding this Bitcoin Rainbow Chart suggesting 250, 370. Holla at your boy. I'm going to read as many of these comments out loud. Let's freaking go. Bone Daddy says, let's freaking go. 373. Bring it, broskies. Welcome to the Q&A segment of the live show. Rainbow Chart was wrong last cycle. It had to be updated. Well, you got the update, family. Same with stock to flow. However, there was a lot of things that occurred in the market which were not anticipated, like unexpected death blow of FTX, in which definitely impacted and stopped our bull run a little early. A lot of experts say if we didn't have Bankman-Fried and FTX and the Terra Luna collapse, we could have easily hit 100,000 off of the retail FOMO from last cycle back in 2021. Let me know your thoughts on that. With JB, game over, April 2025. There you go. What up from your old hometown here again, Pinellas County? That's what's up. I'm in Largo. I used to get my haircuts in Largo. I was repping Clearwater, Florida. Pinellas, let's go. Back to Dunedin. I used to box back in Dunedin when I attended school. That was my high school days, family. Our boxing gym was in Dunedin. I used to go boxing with my friend who was a professional boxer, Boxer Brian. So Dunedin brings back a lot of memories, Doc. Welcome, family. Hashtag FJB. Gotta rewind. Let's do it. After the live stream, though, we're still going to be streaming for the next hour, fam. So anyone just finding the channel or watching the live stream, whether you're on X, Rumble, or YouTube, be sure to hit the likes, subscribe, and repost this and interact in the chat. We do have a live poll. When Bitcoin 100K? Will it be August, September, October, November, December, January, February, or later? Holla. We'll end this poll here shortly, and I'll read the results for you. At 100K, FOMO will be insane. Insane. I dig it. killing gold ETF. Bitcoin will go bull like gold did back in the day. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore, but some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Y'all remember that throwback? I don't even know the name of that artist or that song, but I'm going to assume it was called Back in the Day. I think I remember the video from Yo MTV Raps. I remember he was like balling. He was very short. Anyways, I am hearing Strike is officially launched in the UK. That's a win. Shout out Strike, Jack Maulers. Let's go. UK for the win. Shout out Golden Eagle 99. That's right. That's what we call him, Melda the Gray. You nailed it.
Fiat currency. We call them poor. We call them poor.
Shout out Jesse Oro. What it do, broski? Welcome to the stream. Let's get it. October, 100K. Send it. 225,000 end of the year, says JC. 500 to 750 as a cycle peak. I agree. I still get carded, JV. That's a good sign. That means you're aging very well. JV got his haircut 30 years ago, and it's interesting where Biden buys his toilet paper. East Los Angeles, yo, what up, homie? Shout out Kitty Crusher, LA in the building. East LA, that is. Jack Maulers, we all love. Shout out to the young superstar, crushing it with Strike, the layer 2 Bitcoin scaling solution. In fact, I have a Lightning Network QR, but you're going to notice my Lightning address in the description below the video. If anyone wants to support the channel, there's numerous ways to do so. The free way to do so is just pump the likes to help pump the stream and repost this, spread the word, let them know we preach in the Holy Gospel of Satoshi. I'm going to be live for the next hour. This is the Q&A segment of the stream. Also, we have a Patreon, which can be found at patreon.cryptonewsalerts.net. We have a merch shop, which can be found at merch.cryptonewsalerts.net. And of course, we offer memberships on YouTube, and we offer memberships on the Rumble. X is frozen, unacceptable. See if you can refresh and see if it works. Because if so, that's a first. We've never frozen on X before. I got carded for the first time on my 21st birthday. That's wild. Literally on your birthday. 225,000 October to November, November to October. Word up. October sober. I'm going to check my X stream. I got to find out for myself. Let's see. Not frozen. So you just refresh on your end. I'm actually going to repost it. So if you want to help me, here's how you can help me. The best thing you can do, head on over to X and hit that sexy, looks like a recycle button. It's a repost button. You hit the repost button. I'm going to do it right now. And then it's going to say, do you want to repost? And you hit repost, and then it repost. And if everyone actually reposts it, we can double, triple, quadruple our numbers and have way more people on the live stream and orange pill more people. So let's do it. 306 on X. Shout out to the X fam. Appreciate it. I am working now. It's working. Good stuff. So yeah, if Rumble or X or even YouTube, if you ever get a frozen screen, the solution is just refresh your browser. It typically will do the trick. Or if you're on mobile, maybe close the app and reopen the app, and that should do the trick as well. Back in the Day by Ahmed. Oh, thank you. I may have to sample that one. I haven't heard that song in like 20 years. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore, but some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. And everybody say, I remember way back when. And everybody say, I remember way back when. I see JV on X reposting. It's pretty cool. I just reposted my own stream. That's how you get her done. When exact day Bitcoin go parabolic? I wanted to hit the 30X button. Okay, you want the exact date? I'm going to go July 11th. We go parabolic and we 30X. I'm capping a little, but it's just a prediction. What movie was that? Born in East LA. That's Cheech and Chong, bro. Cheech and Chong. No, I just remember in Cheech and Chong, he sings that song. Born in East LA. I don't know if that was the name of the film, though. Maybe Biden buys diapers. I doubt he buys them. I'm sure his handler buys it for him. One of his golfers. Farside or something like that, JV, is the group that sings that. No, I don't think it was Farside. It was Ahmed, the guy I think he just referenced. I don't think it was the Far Side. It's the same era, though. Same hip-hop era. I want to get with a girl. She don't know me, but she's really fine. I see her all the time, everywhere I go. I just remember random bars from random rap songs as a kid. Crazy. I watched a lot of, like, MTV. Like, what was it called back then? MTV music. It was music television. They actually had music videos they would play. And then I think BET had Rap City, right? Something like that. I used to watch a lot of those music videos. But yeah, we'll see. I think is the big debate tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. The Biden debate. Trump. The taxpayers are buying the JB diapers. Facts. Good old taxpayers, yo. As if they really need our tax dollars when they can print infinite money out of the sky. You feel me?
Strawberry destiny, under the moon by fire. Strawberry full moon, take me, light it up, fire it up, a fire under a full moon. It's a strawberry yum.
And FYI, please subscribe to the #1 Bitcoin music channel. It's pinned in the live chat, and show Chandy some love. We created this track together. It's a collabo. It's my new favorite jammy jam, so we're gonna listen to it.
Fill me up, fill my cup, kind of Bitcoin power moon. Fill me up and raise it up, pretty please.
That's the one I was looking for. Yo, MTV Raps. Thank you. You're right on it. I3. Who here remembers when MTV went live? Soul Train. I remember Soul Train as well, yo. I was a little kid. Taxpayers buying the diapers, probably. Jen, like Headbangers Ball. Do you remember when the East in the house? Oh my God, Blazy Blay. I was in the video. Guru. Oh yeah, because you were a DJ. Now DJ Premier and the RZA are my favorite hip hop producers. Wow. DJ Premier is so legendary. Primo. Premier. Everett. I was a big Gangstar fan. A fan, of course. That was Guru and Premier. And rest in peace, Guru. I know he passed. But yeah, legendary artist right there, family. I still love DJ Premier. Some of the best beats in hip hop come from him. No one's quite cuts how he does.
Strawberry, fly to the moon. Come, I need you to come with me. Whoa, full moon, baby up.
Yeah, yo, I remember Music Box. You used to have to pay money and you can get your requested video played. What network was that on? Was that MTV or something totally different? I don't remember.
Just so curious, just a little curious.
Yeah, so I liked MTV Raps and like Rap City in them because I can watch the Wu-Tang videos you couldn't find anywhere else, because this is before there was like YouTube and ish. So you couldn't just like go online and find a music video. So you had to wait for it to come on TV.
Libro, wanna pump Bitcoin under the full moon with me. Imagine dragons.
Of course, Beavis and Butthead were always classic. They're hilarious.
2024 year of the dragon, thunder before the light.
Do y'all remember the, it was like MTV Oddities, and it was like nighttime cartoons on MTV that were like really adult cartoons. I remember Eon Flux, and I remember the head. There was this guy, Jim, and there was an alien living in his head. And that was like one of my favorite shows. The craziest freaking concept now that I think about it. Any of you ever see that show? Let me know.
I'm thirsty. Are you feeling thunder? Are you feeling hunger? I'm craving being under the thunder. Let's pump the bitty. Doing. Danger V. Do you have anything to say? Rap with me.
Okay, Melda says, set a hip hop, the hippie to the hip hop. You don't stop, a rocket to the bang bang boogie. You don't stop to the bang to the boogie to be. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat. Yeah, I know that one. I think that was what's the name of that one? Man, the name slipped my mind. But that's a good one. Waiting for you to take the puff of that stogie. Right on, Great Condor. This stogie is so lit, I don't even need to take the puff. No, that's the wrong one. You're talking about the jukebox. You had to pay. I'm talking about Ralph McDaniel's video box. Oh, that's different. It used to be on Channel 31. I don't really remember. Had to Earn was my favorite Gangstar. Yeah, Hard to Earn. My favorite Gangstar album. I like them all. I remember A Decade of Gangstar. I had that double disc album as well. Q-Tip, was the DJ from Tribe Called Quest. Shout out Tribe Called Quest. I was a fan. Who remembers free CDs from Columbia House? Sign me up, never pay. Ruin your credit or your parents' credit at the time. That's the one, Rapper's Delight. And Redman and Keith Murray and Eric Sermon made a remix of that one, right? Duckman. JB likes Beavis and Butthead. He does Cornholio, arms all the time. I am the great Cornholio. Yeah, that's Biden for you, yo. Africa Mabata, another legend.
Baby, this is the chance for all my Bitcoin champs to do the moonlight Bitcoin dance. I hit them up like pop, the Bitcoin rants. My balls is hot, sitting in my big boy pants. I trust the biddy like Biggie when he trusted Diddy. I trust the biddy like Eminem, how he trusted 50. The Citadel isn't just a city. This is Bitcoin Camelot, just as pretty. Cinderella, Chandela, Cinderella, take a date.
The moon comes up when the sun goes down. I wanna go down and get down while the
I remember Duckman. I saw a Tribe Called Quest at the 94 Lollapalooza. No way. How was the performance? Heavy metal, shooting cars out in space. Do you think that influenced Elon to do it? Has anyone seen the South Park Ozempic movie? I haven't seen that. Good? I guess it's good. Everything South Park is hilarious. Sugar Hill Gang. Yes, that's the original. That's the original Rapper's Delight. So if you go to YouTube and look up Ralph McDaniel's video music box, you will see the old school interviews, Wu-Tang Clan, EPMD, and everyone from the hip hop old school. Nice. I appreciate that, Serge. South Park guys are genius. They're pretty hilarious. Jay Beezy, getting beezy with it.
load up, pull, gets my up, bitties up. Full moon up. I feel my energy going up. I feel the Bitcoin soaring up. I wanna fill my cup. I don't wanna overflow. I just want security, you know. And my house in Wonderland, a wolf for Peter Pan.
Shout out Cosmocom. What's poppin', brother?
You'll never know. On a full moon, I'm every feeling all of me that I am. A fucking Peter Pan. Alice and I'm in Wonderland. I'm in a Bitcoin land. Full strawberry fire. Full moon, strawberry tooth fairy. Baby loving honeyland under the full moon. I'm gonna manifest the pump with my man JV. Come and please me.
Moving the bits, come on, let's dance. Shake it down to bring it up. Move with the hips, give me sexy dips. Hitting bong rips as soon as it dips. BTSD to the lunar eclipse. Stacking BTC till I'm losing my grip. Stacking BTC while I'm feeding the nip. Stacking BTC because fiat is shit. Stacking BTC is what you need to get rich. Stacking BTC, you Peter Shifter's a bitch. Cinderella hit, spin it. Sexy little Bitcoin mama, take it.
It's hard thinking out of the box. Eyes draining, going through fiat detox. I'm thirsty, that's true, but I'm worthy. And so are you. Doing. I want a freaking strawberry kind of doing full moon pump.
Jesse Oro, JV, I put in a work. I stacked my biddy to a number I am happy with. The hard work is done for me, and I couldn't be more thankful to have manned up and put in the monstrous buys below 30. Let's go. Music to my ears, Jesse. Well done. You deserve it. Now you get to enjoy those biddies for generations to come. If you like South Park, you might dig Tooker. Is that a newer version from the creators or any relation there, Arctic?
Kind of moon that makes belly full. A strawberry full moon. Not with an actual baby talking to you, baby. Just satisfactory.
No, I'm going to, after the show, I'm going to download the new song, and if I like it, we'll sample it for tomorrow. Anita, tell someone something for Pepe. Pepe, anyone got any Pepe news? Pepe Le Pew. My favorite old school hip hop tracks are Juice, Eric B. and Rakim. Oh, snap. Rakim was always one of my faves as well. Young MC. Oh, yeah. Young MC, I was a fan of as well. What was that track? He had that one single. I was like 6 years old. If I think of the name of it, Jesus. But that's old school, brother. Best music video, Rage Against the Machine, Sleep Now in the Fire. I like Rage. They're next level. Directed by Michael Moore. Good stuff. He doesn't do TA for the other coin. Yeah, I only do the TA for Bitcoin and occasionally for Ethereum. Not really We don't focus on TA on the ish coins. We just do market overviews, and that's about it. Bitcoin is always the core focus here, family. Shiba Inu something. Shiba, there is no second best. Exactly, Serge. Bust the move. Oh, yeah. You want it. You got just bust the move. That's the one. You want it, babe. That's the one. Dun, 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 dun. Nice fella. Girl comes up with something to prove. Just don't stand there. Bust the move. That's a good one. Wow. Brings back memories, bro. El Salvador. Dios Union. Libertad. Amen. BTC. Shout out El Salvador. Pepe. First frog on the moon.
Satisfy my dreams, a night flying high. Strawberry wine, la la, strawberry fire on the moon with my Bitcoin lust, lust. A strawberry full moon, kind of night JV.
If I want to get away from the ish coin talk, we just play music.
It's back to you, take it, baby. JV, can you hit it? Pretty please, excite me.
Sure thing, Cinderella. I got you under the full moon. I'm feeling like Voltron. I'm so on, transformed to a great ape like Gohan. I'm so bummed, yet I remain so calm. A Bitcoin Super Saiyan, so strong. This is Gohan versus Vegeta. Bitcoin is so on, like chasing the cheetah, chasing the zebra, like Derek Jeter, chasing the sea.
Yo, you just mentioned Sex Pack. I remember Sex Packets. That was Digital Underground, where Tupac was a dancer for them back in the day. I recall that album. I don't know Sex Pack. So let me know if you were referring to Digital Underground Sex Packets.
Racing the feature, the apex predator, the matrix defeater. Bitcoin embracing the reality. The moonlight is lit. It's time to free up mind from the slave mind. The time is here. Cinderella, take us out.
Thought you never asked, ooh la la, got you JV. The full moon is coming, don't let it undo you. Unless you wanted to, I know I wanted to. Baby up, strawberry moon up, respect and freedom. I command it, I demand it, baby up. Pump, pump, ooh, I need you. JV doesn't believe in the moon. I thrive on it, guided by it. I'm 1/16th Cherokee. I don't want a Lamborghini, I'm a moon girl. Not a fancy girl, I'm a Luna girl. I'm a big flying high.
Dirty caught that. Can you hit it?
I raise so cheap girl. We don't have to agree on everything. Loyal to humanity and our destinies. Big Bitcoin destinies. Always manifesting. Strawberry moon, wow. Gotta get ready now. So Roger, full moon, biddy up out. Roger out,
But anyways, fam, here's what we're going to do. We're going to end the YouTube broadcast so we can continue with the uncensored extended version of the pod. So if you're on YouTube, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the frick out of here. If you're on X or Rumble, you're golden. We're going to continue for another half hour or so. Continue with the uncensored version of the pod.
Hey, someone, give me the time. Did I hear someone say that it's rummy rumble time? Bitty bitty up, it's CPA.
Let me know when the YouTube stream is officially over on your end, so I know for sure. And that way I can play some music and all that fun stuff.
Rumble time, let's go see you there. It's such a great show. We'll talk about what we want without care. Let's say bye 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 to you two. Run, don't walk. We love our Rumble.
YouTube stream should be ending any moment.
Go over to Rumble, don't stumble.
We gotta get the frick out of here. Just saying. So head on over to Rumble. It's rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Again, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. And let's continue with the uncensored version of the pod. Let's go. Couldn't be more happy right now, yo. This is like
YouTube time is all in the past. For today, anyway. Now we're heading over to chat with our family at the Daily Rumble party. Hurry on over so we can freestyle chat. We'll get there fast, then we'll take it slow. We'll talk with JV, light some sage, and get on a roll. Let's go say what we want to say and play. I love to play. This is the best part of my day. Rummy, rumble time. It's crypto news alerts, uncensored fun time. Rumble time is party time. It's not censor time. It's free speaking time. No thought or speech censoring, just free speech defending.